Amidst the anticipated unveiling of the Canon EOS R1 in 2024, speculation looms regarding the future of the Canon EOS R3. Will Canon opt for discontinuation, or is the prospect of an EOS R3 Mark II on the horizon? Canon's forthcoming decision not only holds the potential to surprise some, but also raises a cascade of questions within the photography community. So stay tuned after this short message for all the details. But first, subscribe to this channel for a chance to win a Canon EOS R5. I'll be giving one away to one lucky subscriber once this channel reaches 100,000 subscribers. Anyone above the age of 18 with a valid mailing address is eligible. Additional terms and conditions are linked in the description down below. The Canon EOS R3 felt like it was rushed to market, a stopgap measure while Canon continued their work on the Canon EOS R1. The R3 is a low-resolution, high-performance, professional fast-action camera. The only major downside is the lack of dual CF Express Type B card slots. But with a recent price cut of $1,000, the impending announcement of the Canon EOS R1 flagship mirrorless camera due out next year in time for the Paris Olympics, many are questioning, will there be a Canon EOS R3 Mark II? But earlier this morning, this is what Canon Rumors had to say. We've been told that a Canon EOS R3 Mark II is planned and it will be differentiated from the EOS R1 in a lot of ways. Well, that's good news that it's going to be differentiated in a lot of ways, but none of those ways were mentioned in this article, this post. There's no rumored specifications. There's not even a date other than what's in the title, indicating that it might come sometime in 2025. 2024 is looking like a very busy year. We've got a lot of major cameras coming out from all the major camera brands. We're expecting the Canon EOS R5 Mark II, the Canon EOS R1, a big Sigma announcement, as well as many Canon RF lenses, of which the 35mm f1.2 is one of them. And that's just Canon. We're expecting at least 3 Fujifilm cameras, at least 2 Nikon cameras, and at least 2 Sony cameras, and that doesn't even include OM Systems or Pentax. 2024 is going to be a very busy year indeed. So, with the potential release of the Canon EOS R3 Mark II sometime in 2025, with a busy 2024 ahead and no leaked specifications on this camera, no details in any way whatsoever, I'm not prepared to get too excited about it. And neither is Canon Rumors, stating, "We trust where this information is coming from, but treat it accordingly." And so I am going to treat it accordingly until we have any sort of meat to chew on, until we have anything regarding at least price, some sort of specifications on the Canon EOS R3 Mark II. It's nice to know that it's being planned, but if you'll remember back to 2020, back then, well, we had a few cameras that were planned. One of them was being the Canon EOS 5D Mark V. That was a planned camera, as well as the 7D Mark III, but within about 6 months, those cameras were canceled. So at this point, while the Canon EOS R3 Mark II may very well be planned for 2025, Q1, Q2, Q3, or even Q4, there's nothing stopping Canon canceling it in the meantime. So unless anything concrete comes, our focus over the next 3 months is going to be the major announcements of Q1 2024. But this gives us an opportunity to talk about and to give a message to Canon of what we would like to see in the EOS R3 Mark II. Now, one of the things I would like to see them do, and I'm really surprised that when this was announced for $6,000, that Canon decided in their infinite wisdom to just put a single CF Express Type B card in it. $500, $400 less than the 1DX Mark III, their flagship mirrorless camera, a DSLR. It has 2 CF Express Type B card slots. For the R3 to only get 1, I think that was a tactical mistake. So I really do hope that Canon listens and provides dual CF Express Type B card slots in the R3 Mark II, if it does come to market. Now, what about the resolution of this camera? Well, it seems to fit that mold along with the A9 Mark III and some other cameras at delivering a resolution somewhere around 24 megapixels, but being a fast action, high performance camera. I really would like to see this camera get a boost, maybe up to 26 or even 28, and I'd really love it if they could somehow make a resolution of 30 megapixels work, but We'll just have to wait and see. Will Canon move away from that 24 megapixel stack sensor and give us an increased resolution of 26, 28, or even 30 megapixels? That's certainly something I would like to see. And of course, along with increasing the resolution, I'd love to be able to see this camera be able to approach, well, faster frame rates, maybe 24, 26, or even 30 frames per second. I mean, I know that the Canon EOS R6 Mark II can do 40 frames per second, but keep in mind that's JPEG. This is about a high-performance, fast-action camera, so whatever frame rate they go to, we want to be able to see that in RAW, or at least some sort of lossless RAW codec. And speaking of codecs, on the video side, I would really love to see some of the same RAW codecs, or similar. They're not, some of them aren't quite RAW codecs. Take a look at the Canon EOS R5C and some of the different codecs we get in that camera. I'd love to see those come over to the R3 in terms of its video capabilities. I mean, for a camera that costs $6,000, nay, sorry, $5,000 now, since I think November, beginning of November, the Canon EOS R3 has been discounted by $1,000. And yes, I know Black Friday was just recently, but if you'll recall, the Canon EOS R5 and the R5C were also both discounted $900, but are now back up to a discount of $500. And the discount on the R3, well, it hasn't changed. I'm wondering if it's going to be some sort of, well, new price point for the R3. We'll just have to wait and see, but it's still being reported as a sale. So the R3 Mark II, I'm not going to get too terribly excited about it. I certainly think it makes sense that it's on the drawing board. It's something that Canon is researching, but the level of priority that Canon's giving to this project in light of everything else that's going on can't be very big. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if, as we move through 2024, depending on how well the R1 is received, or even the R5 Mark II is received, we could see Canon potentially canceling the product, the R3 Mark II. It might go the way of, well, the previous other cameras, such as the 5D Mark V or the 7D. And yes, I understand those were both DSLRs, but we've seen Canon cancel a lot of products that were on the drawing board that were planned for 2021, 2022, and even 2023. But if you're looking at purchasing any of the camera gear that we talked about in this video, then please consider using my affiliate links down below, these ones right here for B&H, Adorama, and Amazon.com. If you do use any of these links, I do get a small commission back, anywhere from 2 to 12% back, and that money goes right back into this channel, help funding new purchases, such as the recently purchased RF 200 to 800 millimeter. Yep, that's it right there, 200 to 800 millimeter. I plan to get the R5 Mark II, the R1, as well as that elusive Canon RF 35 millimeter f1.2. I just published a video about it earlier this morning. Hopefully that is true, that is coming in the first half. I'm going to have a lot to purchase in early 2024. And thank you to everybody that has used my affiliate links, because it's made all the world of difference. And if you want to stay up to date on all the latest camera gear news and rumors, forecasting for 2024 and beyond, subscribe to this channel, but also follow me on X, because a lot of those pricing discounts, well, they get tweeted out there first. I usually use this channel for only the big news stories. All the minor stuff gets tweeted out. But that's it for now. Have yourself a great week. And I've got another video planned for tomorrow. It got pushed because of the videos earlier today. I just want to wish everybody a safe and happy Christmas, Boxing Day, and New Year's. And I'm going to be working throughout. I've got a delayed Christmas, so don't be surprised if a video comes out on Christmas Day if there's anything to talk about. But that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and have yourself a great day.